Let's dive into the fascinating world of astrological compatibility and unravel the complexities of relationships, shall we? Have you ever wondered why some relationships seem to effortlessly thrive while others struggle to stay afloat? It all boils down to understanding the dance between your astrological blueprints, especially when it comes to your Moon and Venus signs. These celestial bodies reveal a lot about your emotional needs and how you express love. Today, we're uncovering the subtle, and sometimes not so subtle, clashes that can occur, and, more importantly, how to navigate them. Now here's where it gets interesting. We'll be focusing on the Moon and Venus quincunx, an aspect that can often bring a karmic flavor to your love life. Let's start with the basic premise. Your Moon sign represents your emotional core, the way you process feelings, and what makes you feel secure. Your Venus sign, on the other hand, speaks to your values, what you find attractive, and how you give and receive love. When these two planets form a quincunx, also known as an inconjunct, they're like two puzzle pieces that don't quite fit perfectly, but still, somehow, attempt to connect, creating opportunities for growth. Consider the Aries Moon, full of impulsive, fiery emotions, but perhaps paired with a Virgo Venus, someone who needs a more practical, service-oriented approach to love. This could manifest as one partner feeling overwhelmed by intense displays of emotion while the other feels unappreciated when their acts of service go unnoticed. Think about a scenario where one partner is prone to emotional outbursts, while the other, more grounded in their daily routines, struggles to provide the reassurance needed. They might misunderstand each other's communication styles, leading to feelings of frustration and disconnection. Now, consider the Cancer Moon, yearning for nurturing and emotional security, but linked with a Sagittarius Venus. This Venus placement craves freedom and adventure, potentially creating a conflict between the need for togetherness and the desire to explore new horizons. What if one partner wants to spend every evening at home, while the other is always planning the next weekend getaway? This tension requires conscious effort to balance emotional needs with the pursuit of individual interests. But wait, there's a catch. This isn't just about the signs themselves, it's about the way these signs manifest in a specific relationship. Imagine the Libra Moon, seeking harmony and balance, meeting the sensual and grounded Taurus Venus. While they may be initially drawn to each other, a disconnect may develop. One partner thrives on intellectual connection and graceful communication while the other values physical touch and a comfortable home life. This might lead to one person feeling as though their need for deep conversations isn't being met, while the other partner feels overwhelmed by the need for constant connection. Consider the Scorpio Moon's deep emotional intensity clashing with a Gemini Venus lighthearted approach to love. One partner might crave soul-bearing conversations, while the other prefers to keep things casual and fun. This difference can lead to feelings of being misunderstood or feeling that one partner isn't taking the relationship seriously. Furthermore, the Capricorn Moon, which often craves structure and security, can meet the expressive and dramatic Leo Venus, which values recognition and attention. The more reserved partner might struggle to display affection, leaving the Leo Venus wanting to be showered with romantic gestures. Imagine the Aquarius Moon, with its intellectual approach to love, paired with a Cancer Venus, with her deep emotional needs. One partner might struggle to understand the intensity of the other's emotions, leading to a feeling of emotional distance. Conversely, the Pisces Moon, dreamy and empathetic, may be partnered with a Libra Venus, who needs balance and harmony in relationships. This contrast can lead to one person feeling overly sensitive to the needs of the other, who feels suffocated by excessive displays of emotion. The dynamics continue with the Taurus Moon seeking stability and comfort, possibly clashing with a Sagittarius Venus, who adores freedom and travel. One wants to create a comfortable home life, while the other is constantly planning the next adventure. A Gemini Moon's need for intellectual stimulation could collide with a Scorpio Venus's deep emotional depth. This may cause one to feel as though the relationship doesn't have the depth they desire, while the other may feel as though the relationship is too intense. The Leo Moon wants to be admired, while the Capricorn Venus has a more reserved, practical approach to love. In this case, the Leo Moon might feel underappreciated. The Virgo moon seeks practicality, which might clash with an Aquarius Venus, who prefers unconventionality. This could lead to frustration, as one partner's ideas seem too rigid for the other, who values innovation. The Sagittarius Venus with a Taurus moon can face a conflict of adventure versus stability, leading to an argument about lifestyle choices. Then, we have the moon in the first house, representing your identity, Quincunxvenus in the sixth, daily routines. Your emotional identity might struggle to reconcile with the everyday demands of the relationship, as your partner may see love as a part of their acts of service. What about the moon in the fourth house, home and family, Quincunxvenus in the seventh, partnerships? Home and family needs might conflict with the expectations of the partnership, like the need for alone time versus the need for a constant connection. What if you have the moon in the fifth house, creative expression, Quincunxvenus in the 12th, hidden desires? Creative emotional expression may feel suppressed by hidden desires or subconscious patterns. Moon in the second house, security, Quincunxvenus in the 8th, intimacy, brings security needs into conflict with intimacy, while the moon in the third house, communication, Quincunxvenus in the 9th, beliefs, results in different communication styles and philosophical outlooks. Finally, the moon in the 10th house, career, Quincunxvenus in the 3rd, communication, may have public image/career aspirations that conflict with the everyday communication and local community involvement that a partner needs. But remember, it's not all doom and gloom. Now, let's talk about some key strategies to navigate these cosmic clashes. First, acknowledge that these differences exist. Avoid trying to change your partner. Instead, aim to understand their perspective. Open and honest communication is key. Share your feelings, listen actively, and truly hear your partner's needs. Practice active listening, and always show empathy. Compromise is not only possible, it's essential. Find that middle ground where both of you feel seen, heard, and valued. Explore each other's love languages. Is your partner's way of showing love different from yours? Perhaps they express love through acts of service, quality time, gifts, or physical touch, but you give love through words of affirmation. Understanding how each other gives and receives love is crucial. Establish shared rituals, whether it's a weekly date night, morning coffee together, or simply a quiet evening. Address emotional issues individually. While this is a journey you can take together, everyone needs their own emotional space. Cultivate emotional depth. Go beyond surface-level interactions and explore your feelings. Understand your own emotional patterns and triggers. Why do certain things trigger you? What makes you feel loved? The more aware you are of yourself, the better you'll be able to understand your partner. Remember, secure attachment, which is comfortable with intimacy and autonomy, leads to more satisfying relationships. Avoidant attachment, where there is discomfort with closeness, and anxious attachment, involving a fear of abandonment, need to be addressed as you build a relationship. But wait, there's more. If your moon is in retrograde, you might struggle to understand or express your emotions clearly. If Venus is in retrograde, you'll reevaluate your values in relationships, and both can lead to karmic relationships where you revisit old patterns. Often, a Moon-Venus quincunx hints at a karmic connection. Learn to love and appreciate your partner for who they are, not who you want them to be. Specific compromises could include differing love languages, conflicting emotional needs, varying social preferences, and disparate financial habits. These challenges can be used to evolve and become more emotionally mature. The dynamics remain the same in same-sex relationships, but they may encounter unique social pressures. Clear and open communication is vital. Now, I'm curious, have you experienced these planetary dynamics in your own relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's put this into practice. I received 2 comments on my last video. One viewer said, "My sun is in Virgo, and my partner's Venus is in Aquarius. We're always butting heads." And another commented, "My partner's moon is in Capricorn, but my Venus is in Leo. How do we connect?" To improve your relational compatibility, consider these practical techniques: active listening, I statements, scheduled check-ins, validating emotions, and seeking professional guidance. I highly recommend using a Synastry chart tool to gain more personalized insights into your unique dynamic. This is not just about understanding astrology, it's about embracing personal and relational evolution. It's about fostering self-awareness, promoting compassion, and stimulating relational growth. What did you think? Are you now more informed about Moon-Venus quincunxes? Let me know. Don't just stop here, though, the exploration continues. Remember, your astrological chart is a map, not a destiny. It's a guide, not a rulebook. So, are you ready to dive deeper into the celestial dance of love and connection? Then, hit the subscribe button, because on this channel, we're always exploring the fascinating world of astrology and relationships. Subscribe to not only be notified of my videos but also because I am a professional astrologer who can give you tips and tricks for your own birth chart. Consider it a gift from me.